we interrupt your regularly scheduled programming to bring you a special presentation of
Two Nerds, a podcast. Your home for everything movies, music, video games, and everything in between. With your hosts, Bunny the Bruiser, and Dynamite Jared Latching.
How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Two Nerds, a podcast. We are Two Nerds. This is a podcast. I am Buddy the Bruiser.
And let me tell you something, Bruiser. I'm Dynamite Jared, and howdy, y'all.
Howdy, y'all. Howdy, y'all is correct. So off the air last week, you left me on a little bit of a cliffhanger, or maybe it was on the show. You left me with a bit of a puzzler, and for the past week, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. And I need to know, and you look very confused.
I don't remember anything. All I remember about last week is that I went on a fucking tirade about modern wrestling.
I think it was after we finished recording, and that could be a whole show in itself, our little conversations at the beginning and the end of the shows, make a compilation one day. But you were saying that you wanted a fucking pizza. And you didn't know if you were going to make your own pizza at home, do the cost-conscious thing. Well, actually, you had to go buy the ingredients anyway, so you didn't know if you were going to make it at home, you didn't know if you were going to go get a DiGiorno, or if you were going to get a legit pizza.
Was this on the air?
I don't know if it was on the air or not, but we definitely...
on the air.
It should have been, because it was a
more
fantastic
enthralling content than what we actually talked about last week. So I'm trying to think if I even did the pizza thing that day or not. But I definitely did do a pizza thing eventually, and I went to the store, and all right. We've already eliminated one of the options, which is ordering from Pizza Hut. So I'm at the store. Now, am I going to get DiGiorno, or am I getting my own ingredients and doing my own thing here?
And I had told you, I said because I wasn't aware you didn't have ingredients. But I told you, if you're spending money, you got to spend money on a good pizza, or just make your own. And you were like, well, I don't have the ingredients to make one. So then I was like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. So you ended up making your own, I assume?
You're damn right! I made my own goddamn pizza, and it was delicious. Delicioso. Very good pizza. I got some sauce. It's in like a can.
As it tends to come, yeah.
You know,
no, a can or a jar? A can or a jar?
No, it was a can.
A can.
Usually it comes in a jar. Yeah, it was a can of sauce, but it looked fucking really goddamn Italian. Almost as Italian as you look right now with the mustache.
Yeah.
But, look right now. I mean, you are Italian, right?
This is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Candela. It looked really goddamn Italian, and the sauce was very good. So I took some sauce. I got sauce from a can. I got 2 of the damn, pre-made crusts or whatever. And so what I did was I brushed both sides with olive oil. I actually bought a food brush while I was at the store too.
There you go. You're moving up in the world.
You know what I still need though? I still need a goddamn cutting board. Okay, I was chopping onions the other day for some other extravagant dish that I was making, and I had to do it on a plate, and that's just not ideal.
How do you not have a cutting board?
Old Michan. She took her cutting board when she left the Dynamite Palace.
I see.
And so I forgot to get a cutting board, but I got a food brush. And also I need a measuring cup because mine's like cracked. It's got like 3 different cracks on it. It's still usable, but when you go to wash it, it's such a pain in the ass because the sponge gets all caught in the cracks and everything, and it's just a disaster. And I mean, you got to pour the stuff out as soon as you get it in there because it starts leaking because of the cracks. So I need a new measuring cup. But anyways, I got a brush. I'm brushing olive oil on this on this fucking jabroni crust. And then on the bottom side, it's not only olive oil, but I'm sprinkling some garlic powder on the bottom of the crust.
There you
All
go.
right, so now it's got this like kind of like that texture of like a pizza that you order. I got the canned sauce, spreading the sauce, and I got a fucking like 2 bags of mozzarella cheese. I didn't even need that much. I just I thought I would because the crusts that I got were a 2-pack crusts. You know what I mean? So I was like, oh well, I got to make 2 pizzas eventually, so I'm gonna need a lot of cheese. I probably didn't even do a half a bag of cheese just doing my 2 pizzas. Cooked a hot Italian sausage. Cut that bitch up. I bought a stick of pepperoni. Cut that bitch up as thin as I possibly could. Have you ever tried to fucking cut a thin slice of pepperoni?
I haven't, no, since I've been, because we make pizzas all the time in the Candela household, but they usually don't contain meat because of my wife. But
Yeah,
no.
yeah, that's a damn shame. But let me tell you something, man. I got pepperoni on this bitch. I got hot Italian sausage on it, onions, hot peppers, and before I put the cheese on, even I sprinkled the crushed red pepper into the sauce.
Oh, you gotta.
And then the cheese on, and then that. Oh man, it was good. And let me tell you something. I ate about half of it that night. Instant trip to the bathroom.
Oh, of course.
And then I ate the other half the next morning, and instant trip to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Times, so.
Yeah. So I'm at about the stage in my life where I'm making a pizza once every 2 weeks or so. As you'll see,
I might be right there with you now coming up after like the amazing success of my last two pizza projects.
Yeah. Well, see, because I have a bread machine, so like I'm making my own dough.
A bread machine?
Yeah.
What is this mechanism?
It's a big box basically, and you just put in like flour and egg. Well, not egg, but like you'll put in like flour and butter and just like yeast and whatever ingredients you want. You can make bread, dough, all kinds of shit. But like, I've been using it for the pizza dough, so that it comes out and. I do the little flippy thing, throw it in the air, and
yeah, you got to
make it all nice and
spin
thin.
It on your finger and throw it in the air.
Yeah, make it all nice and thin, and then I even have a pizza stone, which I have heating in the oven the entire time, so that it goes on that, gets it all crispy and shit, and delicioso.
Yes, I don't have a stone. I have a pizza pan that I stole from Flying J.
Well, there you go.
Like a couple years ago. So maybe I should get a damn stone.
Yeah.
What do you think? I'm thinking about this bread machine that you're talking about right now. How much does that son of a bitch cost?
It was a wedding gift. So one of the many perks of getting married is you'll get a lot of stuff. So you'll be getting a cutting board, you'll be getting a bread machine, all kinds of shit. So
it was on your registry?
Yeah, you got to register for it, but yeah.
See, in my upcoming wedding, I don't want to register for something like a bread machine.
Well, what are you going to register for then?
I don't know. I'd want to register for like a PS5 or like
that's not going to happen. That's not. I don't think they let you add a PS5 to your wedding registry.
Who's running this thing?
You.
Okay, well then if I'm running it, then I should choose what the fuck goes on the registry.
But you also have to think who's going to be buying this shit for you.
Who's going to be buying me a bread machine? We don't know how much this bread machine costs. You put it on your registry and then you never thought twice about it.
I think it's
fine for you.
The one that we have, I'm for sure was under $100.
Under $100. All right. Well, listen. I know there's some people in the Beckwith side of the family there, at least. And I don't think the Candela side of the family is exactly hurting for cash either. Okay? I don't think that they are. I've seen your house, and it's nothing to scoff at. And I've seen the Beckwith house, and I know that old Ray over there, he's got some dough. He's over there building cigar lounges and doing all this stuff. I'm just saying, and I don't have this kind of money flowing around in my family or Mazer Laser's family, but I'm just saying that in your position, I think that a PS5 on the registry might have been a possibility if it existed at that time.
I don't know, because we had like $150 fucking because you also have to think it's like the stuff that like people like want to buy you. So like if your fucking like uncles are on there or whatever, like they're gonna like pick and choose what they want. Because like we had like a nice like record player on our thing that like no one got for us. Like it just depends on like what the people like decide to buy for you, I guess.
Well, let me tell you something. If they don't want to buy you a PS5, then that just means that they're cheap.
Yeah.
That's all that means. I wouldn't buy you a PS5, but I'm cheap. I didn't get you anything off the goddamn registry.
I'm aware.
I did my time. I did my service. I walked down the aisle with Adrian and we did the thing.
Yeah.
I didn't hand you a ring or anything.
No.
Who was that? Your brother?
Yes.
That did that?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So, I mean, yeah. I mean, whenever my wedding happens, and if there's a registry, which I guess there probably will be because I like getting stuff. I'm giving you the pass right now, buddy. You and Emily, you don't got to get me nothing off the wedding registry. And I mean, you'll probably be one of the groomsmen. I haven't decided on a final starting lineup yet.
Well, it's on the podcast now, so now it's gotta manifest. So
the problem with groomsmen is that I could potentially have like 30 groomsmen, but Mazer Laser needs a bridal party to match that, and I don't know if we can scrounge it together for her. She's only got like a few ladies that are fortunate enough to be considered for the very illustrious party. I think she's even throwing a bone to her stepsister, who she's not on fantastic terms with.
yeah.
So we're scraping the bottom of the barrel just on her side of things. So
Jesus.
I gotta, but I mean, we'll probably, if we get you on there, we got an easy fucking out right there. We can just throw Emily on her.
Well, there you go.
On her thing. So you got like a package deal kind of situation that you can do.
Yeah.
But anyways, the PS5 will not be on the wedding registry because the wedding is going to be in like 2 millennia, and like it'll be like PS30 at that
By that point, yeah.
Yeah, so PS30 will be on that. Be on the lookout.
Yeah. Have you? So I get to keep it topical, I guess. So the PS5 did drop this week. Have you heard anything about anything, or I told you about my experience about it so far.
I haven't heard anything. I've heard that there's some bugs.
Yeah,
as to be expected.
Yeah,
but I haven't researched the bugs because I don't give a fuck about the bugs. I want the goddamn thing, and I don't care if actual fucking bed bugs come flying out of the dish tray when I get it. I want the damn PS5.
Yeah. Because obviously I work at a retail, and we've talked about this before the show. People have been going apeshit over this thing. No one cared about the Xbox at all. I mean, we sold out of the pre-orders, but beyond that, we weren't getting any calls about it. No people really trying to break the door down. I did have a guest try to fight me the other day about it. So that was interesting.
Over a PS5?
Yeah, because we didn't have any to sell. And he's like, oh, but your website says that you have them. And I was like, well, it's only through the website, so if the website lets you order it, then go ahead and order it. And he was like, well, it doesn't let me. And I was like, well, then it's sold out, brother. And it's just like, he was just going on and on about it for about like 20 minutes. Like security had to get involved in everything because he just wouldn't fucking leave. So.
What a fucking mark.
Yeah.
Austin, what are you doing? He's chewing on some clothes over there or something.
Oh, man, that's never good.
Yeah, I haven't heard much. I actually just thought about it because I was going through the Twitter trending, and I saw that Miles Morales was trending,
Yeah.
the new Spider-Man game. But I also saw that it was being promoted by PlayStation.
Yeah, so.
So
Yeah, we haven't sold out of that. The only game that we've sold out of is Demon Souls. But we have plenty of all the rest of them. We got like an overabundance of the Call of Duty game that came out today. But
it just came out today.
yeah, Call of Duty Cold War, which uses, and I was flabbergasted, but I guess it makes sense because it takes place in the 80s because of like the Cold War. Because I get the ad for it on YouTube videos all the fucking time. And I was perplexed at first because of all songs to have in the background of your Call of Duty trailer, do you think it would be Blue Monday by New Order? But it is.
You texted me about this, and it's from the '80s, and it's a great song.
Yeah, but at the time, because when I first watched the trailer, I didn't realize it took place in the 80s because the game is called Cold War. But then it finally made sense. So,
well, buddy, here's the deal. And I think I said this the other day at the meeting of our minds, when Blue Monday came on. Blue Monday is the highest selling single of all time.
I did not know that.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird, kind of random. You'd think it'd be something like something else would fucking blow it out of the water, like fucking "Hit Me Baby One More Time" or something like that.
Or Thriller, or anything.
Thriller, or yeah, but like yeah, it's fucking Blue Monday.
And there's like 12 different versions of it.
Yeah, I mean, I can double check and make sure, but I'm pretty certain that it's that's what it was.
What were you guys talking about the other day? Because I kind of came.
It's the biggest selling 12-inch single of all time.
Oh, okay.
So, like one of the maxi singles with the big disc.
Yeah.
Instead of the 7-inch. But let me see here. It appeared on that. Let's see here. This is riveting content.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, us sitting silently while you read about New Order. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best-selling 12-inch single of all time. 1.16 million copies. So yeah,
That's so crazy, yeah.
So I mean, the song's a bigger deal than people give it credit for these days.
Yeah.
So Call of Duty Cold War, they knew their history, and they were like, listen, during the Cold War, everybody was listening to this fucking song.
Yeah. I wasn't alive to be around it, but
Ronald Reagan,
who's in the trailer, I think.
Whoever was fucking president of Russia at the time, I don't even know. Ronald Reagan, Arnold Schwarzenegger at the time, he was listening to Blue Monday, and God knows Sylvester Stallone was really trying to get Blue Monday on the soundtrack for Rocky IV, where Rocky single-handedly ended the Cold War with his fists.
It's true. Yeah.
A resounding victory for America as he knocked out the giant juiced-up Russian, and all the Russian audience applauded.
For some reason.
Yeah, they said, to hell with this Cold War. We love America, and we love Rocky. Let's go eat a Philly cheesesteak and buy the Rocky statue.
Wasn't
what every Russian person said after seeing Rocky IV. Wasn't
he in some controversy in the past couple months because he said he wants to edit out the robot in all the special editions? Did you hear about this?
This is news to you? First I'm hearing of this.
I don't know if it was. He was saying that like on the next like box set or whatever, like the fucking Stallone cut, he wants to cut out the robot from everything.
Oh God! No, absolutely not.
You gotta have it, man.
What the fuck, man? It's Rocky IV. Listen,
And like
Listen.
all of his comments on it, because everyone was like, "Why would you do this?" Blah, blah, blah. He's just like, "I don't like him anymore. Sorry."
Listen. I know Sly is a big fan of the podcast. He listens to the show every week. He sends in his questions and comments. And we have to keep him anonymous when we say some of his questions, because we don't want heat coming back on Stallone for asking some dumb questions. But obviously, guy's got kind of he's not all there anymore. He's aging. You know what I mean? So he asks some dumb questions to the show from time to time. But it's Rocky 4, okay? And I know Stallone, he wants these movies to be taken seriously, and it's the last 3 Rocky movies were all very serious, kind of in the tone of the first 2 movies, okay? And then maybe even a little Rocky 3, which
little bit. It's
listen, Rocky
yeah,
3 is over the fucking top, man. That movie is crazy. It's almost as crazy as Rocky 4. It doesn't get that kind of reputation for it, but goddamn, when Mr. T comes into that press conference,
oh yeah.
I don't even know what the fuck he says. He just come in and he's like, "Hey, woman, let me show you what a real man." And then Mickey dies and Thunder Lips and all that. But listen, Rocky 4 is not a good movie. Like, it's not a good film. Taking the robot out of Rocky 4 is not going to make Rocky 4 a good film. Okay? The robot is not the downfall of Rocky 4. Okay? It's the whole fucking package. All right? It's a big fucking 80s cornball piece of fucking brilliance. I love Rocky 4. I'm not.
Oh no, I love Rocky 4.
I'm not trying to indict Rocky 4. I think Rocky 4 shits on Rocky 3 and shits on Rocky 5. It might even shit on Rocky Balboa. Not in terms of being a good film, but just as far as like
entertainment value. Yeah, watchability.
Entertainment value. It's like it might be in the top 3 Rocky movies because Rocky Balboa is great, but is it better than Rocky 1? No. Is it better than Rocky 2?
No.
No. But so it's good, but it's not even as good at what it does as the first 2 movies. Whereas Rocky 4, it just stands on its own.
Rocky 4 is the one that I've seen the most.
Yeah.
So
maybe.
I feel like they'd show it in school a lot.
I think it probably does have the most rewatchability, but also at the same time, if you're sitting there around and you're flipping through channels and Rocky 1's on and you stop on it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just one of those movies, you stop on it and then you're just sitting there, oh, Rocky, nothing else is on. I guess I'll just leave this on. And then you just get sucked into it every time. You know what I mean? It's just that kind of fucking movie. Is goddamn American Psycho is like that for me. I get sucked into it every time, even though I don't mean to. I'm like, oh, I'll put this on as background noise. I've seen it a billion times. I turn it on, and then it starts, and then I'm like,
you're like, goddamn.
Oh, this is good.
Yeah.
So yeah, Stallone, don't take out the goddamn robot. It's part of Rocky 4. It's part of what makes Rocky 4 Rocky 4. Are you gonna take out the back-to-back training montages? Where Rocky's training in the snowy mountains. He's carrying logs, and I don't even fucking know what he's doing, man. He's and goddamn Drago's training montage is him just shooting up.
Yeah. Yep.
No, if you want to cut stuff, why don't you cut some stuff out of Rocky 5?
Why don't you just forget Rocky 5 ever happened?
Half the fucking movie. Just make it the street fight scene at the end. That's it.
And that's not even a good fight.
Oh, come on. It's good. Sue me for what? When it's the zoom up on the fucking on the manager's face,
Oh
and
yeah,
he's like screaming.
yeah,
Tommy Gunn, man, come on.
yeah. Fun stuff.
Oh, and don't cut out the scenes where Stallone where Rocky's shadow boxing along to
Oh, of course.
to the Tommy Gunn's fights. Come on. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on. I wonder if Sylvester Stallone even really knows anything about boxing because like the movies don't play out like real boxing matches do. I guess you got to make it for Hollywood. I don't know.
Yeah.
He knew what Southpaw meant.
Right. Yeah. I still haven't seen Creed 2. Have you seen Creed 2?
Oh, I haven't seen Creed 2 yet.
Yeah.
I heard it's great. I heard it's like right up there with the first one.
Yeah.
And I like the first one.
Yeah, I like the first one too. Yeah, I think it was like in my top 4 that year of films I saw. So solid flick.
It was definitely in my top something.
Yeah.
What year was that? 2016?
15.
15.
Yeah.
Did I rank my movies that year?
I would hope so.
2015 ranked. It's the only year that I ranked. And Creed was in my top 10. It's number 6. My ranking was Hateful Eight at number 1. Incredible movie. Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, number 2. Ex Machina at 3. Straight Outta Compton at 4. It Follows at 5, and then Creed.
See, looking back at mine, I had Creed at number 7. I
have Trainwreck at number 7.
Yeah, I had, going in order, I guess, for number 1, I had Hateful Eight, Straight Outta Compton, Star Wars, Mad Max, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, Ex Machina, Creed, Inside Out, Kingsman, and Trainwreck. I didn't see It Follows in time for it to qualify for the list. I saw it like after I already made the list. And a couple other horror films that year. I think there were a couple more that I liked. But looking back at that list, it probably wouldn't be my top 10 of 2015 today if I was making it today. But
I mean, what would you add today?
I'd have to look at what came out in 2015. I mean, It Follows would probably be on it above Trainwreck and a couple others. I mean,
yeah, I mean, I got It Follows above Trainwreck, but only by 2 spots. 2015 was a good year for me at the theater, but my bottom 5 here, they were well.
Oh, and The Revenant came out that year as well, and I didn't see that in time, but that would have been a top 5 film for me that year.
So, all right, so I already went through to Creed. Number 7 for me is Trainwreck. Number 8 was Mad Max Fury Road. Number 9 was Bone Tomahawk.
Incredible film, yeah.
And then it gets fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Right?
I remember both of us, because we were working on these lists at the same time. We were both kind of like scrounging up a 10. We were like, fuck, like we don't know what to do with the bottom of this list because we both barely saw 10 films.
Oh, I saw 14 films.
Yeah.
But number 10, American Ultra. Oof.
Oh, boy.
Oof. Number 11, Paranormal Activity, The Ghost Dimension.
There you go.
Oh, God.
But there was worse than that?
Oh, yeah. Number 12, The Gift.
Oh, you didn't like The Gift?
Oh, I hated it. The fucking ending was so flat. It was just like, that was it.
Yeah.
That was the big twist. I know that Al loved it.
Al has very controversial opinions about films.
Selling me on this movie. He was like, man, this movie is insane. Oh my God. Number 13, Unfriended. I gave it 1 star. And then number 14, the absolute worst. I thought that it would be amazing. Maggie.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit.
Still haven't seen it, but I know you've
You
talked to
better
me
keep
about
it
it.
that goddamn way.
Yeah.
That's not worth seeing. I thought Schwarzenegger zombie movie like this could be fucking amazing. And it's like a drama. It's
Yeah.
it's terrible. Arnold Schwarzenegger is a better actor than people give him credit for, but at the same time, dra-
We want to see
drama,
the crazy shit, yeah.
drama. That's not.
Like you can
That's
mix drama in with other stuff, but like a straight up drama with Arnold, like I don't know. Like what I don't see legs it has to stand on. Was it a
that's
horror at all? Like was it like
yeah. I mean, kind of. I don't remember much about it other than I like couldn't stand it. It was so boring.
yeah.
Um, let's see here. It's let's check the genres. Horror, mystery, drama.
Oh boy.
And here I am thinking like, okay, this movie is gonna be okay. Like his daughter gets bit, she's turning into a zombie, whatever. Schwarzenegger going fucking ham on some goddamn zombies. He's blowing heads off, and then there's the humans that want to come and kill his daughter. Well, they're not getting away either. He's gonna fucking blow their heads off too.
But that doesn't happen, or that is what happens, but it's just boring.
It doesn't. That doesn't fucking happen.
No, that's what should have happened.
That's what could have and should have happened. If I was directing a zombie movie starring Arnold Schwarzenegger, I'm not even gonna write a script.
That's
I'm
just
just gonna be like, listen here, Arnold. I've got a concept, okay? And we're just gonna ad lib the whole thing. It's a zombie movie with you in it.
yeah.
What do you think? Well, and he's like,
He's just
oh,
like, well, how much am I getting
mean,
paid?
yeah, how much money? Well, Arnold, we're gonna give you fucking $3 million because this is gonna explode in the box office because we're gonna make it good, unlike Maggie. I'm in, and then we're just gonna get in here, and maybe I'll hire like a WWE writer, okay, to write Arnold's one-liners
yeah.
because they're
So you
gonna
want
be
him to be terrible?
they're gonna be terrible, but you give Arnold Schwarzenegger terrible material like that, and he knocks it out of the fucking park every goddamn time. Think about his one-liners. The only one that was ever good was "I'll be back," and it's not even a fucking one-liner, is it? It's just like something
This
he
is a
says
statement, yeah.
that kind of became a one-liner eventually.
Yeah, because he just says it at the front desk of that whatever. Like, it's not like he said it, like, after he killed someone or whatever. Hasta La Vista Baby is a one-liner, because it's after an action sequence or whatever.
You know what? That's good. That's good, though. I
Yeah.
forgot about that one. That one is... Oof. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think that one was good writing.
Yeah.
That, like, somebody was like, that's... whatever. Like, because I think that any action star could have came in and delivered that one-liner, and it would have been good. That's what I'm saying on that one. But let off some steam, Bennett.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, oh God, that's awful. But when Arnold does it, I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
God, what are some other famous Arnold ones?
I mean, get to the chopper. It's not really a one-liner. It's a quote.
Yeah, but it became
yeah.
iconic.
I can look it up real fast. Arnold one-liners.
Some of them are just god awful. I know that in particular in Running Man, I'm pretty sure he's got one for every single person he kills in that movie.
Okay, so the 20 best Arnold Schwarzenegger one-liners that aren't "I'll be back."
Okay. See, they already knew. Well, they didn't. They should have been "Hasta La Vista, Baby," because as we discussed, "I'll be back" isn't really a one-liner.
Right, and I have a feeling some of these aren't going to be one-liners as well. They're just going to be quotes, because number 20 is, "Fuck you, asshole."
That's kind of a one-liner, though.
Kind of, yeah.
What does he do in it? No, when does he do that?
It's
in
in
Terminator 2, right?
That's in the... Yeah, I think it's in Terminator 2, but the image they have is Terminator 1.
He doesn't really say much in Terminator 1.
No.
I'm looking for Sarah Connor, and then I'll be back. That's pretty much it.
It says he says it to a sarcastic motel manager in the first one. I guess it's in the first one. I don't know. Number 19 is, "You should clone yourself so you can go fuck yourself."
That's from Total Recall, right?
It says it's from The Sixth Day, which I haven't seen.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm sure that's amazing.
Yeah.
When he says it.
And number 18 is from Twins. It says, "I did nothing, the pavement was his enemy." Yeah.
God, I could just hear Arnold saying that shit. And I've seen Twins before.
I saw Twins, but it's been years. Have you seen Junior? Because that's one that I've heard is like not even laughably bad. It's just all around bad. The one where he's pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, no, I haven't seen it, and I've heard that it's awful. But man, I've had a morbid curiosity about it for a long time.
Yeah, like that's one that I need to see it at some point, even if I don't enjoy it. I mean, it's a bucket list kind of thing.
Well, maybe on a podcast episode in the future, it'll be a spotlight episode on Junior. We'll both watch it, and then we'll come back to the only forum that we know, Two Nerds a Podcast, and we're gonna give the lowdown on Junior.
Yeah. For number 17 is, "Here is Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero" from The Running Man.
I told you he's got one for every fucking one that he kills in Running Man. See, but listen. This is exactly my point. When you read that, it sounded like the stupidest fucking thing that anyone's ever heard in their entire life.
Exactly.
Like, that is the worst writing, and that is something that I could see someone saying in WWE.
Oh, of course.
Because the writing is so fucking bad. And then when they would say it, when goddamn AJ Styles would come out and say that, I'd be like, oh, God. Like when Roman Reigns said "suffering succotash." But you know who could have delivered that line?
Arnold
fucking Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. Number 16 is also from Running Man. Would you want to venture a guess on this one?
Oh God, is it the is it? I can't remember what he says. Well, I hope you're something because I'm gonna run it right through you or some shit like that, right?
No, not yet. That might be later. But he's like, "I live to see you eat that contract."
Oh God, that's not even a one-liner.
I know. Yeah.
The Sub-Zero, now Plane Zero. That's a fucking one-liner.
Have you seen Red Heat?
Oh, it's awful. It starts off so good, and it by the end it's a big letdown.
I haven't seen it. I just see Arnold wearing like one of those like Russian like fluffy hats. And it just says like,
yeah, he's Russian in that movie.
Cocainum? That's all it says? That's the word?
Ugh.
The one-liner? I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly.
I don't know. That's you can't put that above fucking Plane Zero.
Yeah.
Or like, fuck you, asshole. You can't do it.
Yeah. So number 14 is from Raw Deal, which we've seen together.
I like it. I think it's underrated.
Yeah. You should not drink and bake. I don't remember what that's in reference to.
Okay, but that's good.
Yeah.
I can see him saying that, and I'm very satisfied imagining him saying that.
The next one is fucking incredible. It's one of my favorite Arnold lines. Um, from Commando, right?
Yes.
Right when he has like the henchman that he likes or whatever, and he promises to kill him last if he finally gets to get his daughter back or whatever. But he goes to kill the guy, and he's like, "Remember when I said I'd kill you last? I lied." Incredible. I fucking love Commando so much.
Commando's one of the best movies ever. And I just shared a video of it with Miles because I think that it was like, or it was Veterans Day recently, and someone on Instagram shared a video of Commando.
Mm-hmm.
What's his name? John Matrix in that movie.
John Matrix, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god, that movie's so good. And I was gonna say, as we move on, there's got to be at least 3 from fucking Batman and Robin on here.
Oh yeah, if they even count those, yeah. I mean, I would
Those
hope.
those are like the epitome of one. He has got like 17 one-liners, and that every time he appears on the screen, he's
the Ice Age.
He's a cool body.
Goddamn. Also from Commando was our number 12. Let off some steam, Bennett.
Yeah, absolute fucking classic.
Yeah.
But given to anyone else, that line is a dud.
Oh yeah. Number 11. I don't know if we can count this a one-liner, because, well, I guess like what is a one-liner? Like what is considered it can be like just a joke. It doesn't have to be after something epic.
I think that it has to be before or after something epic, and it has to be kind of like a joke. That's my context for it.
Because this one
this list is context is wrong, because it's like they're putting in lines that come off funny or are funny, but aren't necessarily one-liners. Like, because fuck you, asshole, wasn't meant to be like, you know, a character being like a smart ass or something. You know what I mean? Like, to me, the one-liner is usually the wink after you fucking did something cool. You know what I mean?
So that'll be our criteria. It's a wink at the audience or a wink at the situation. But this one, I would just consider a joke, because I don't know if this is a one-liner. From the classic 1988 film, my mother's favorite film of all time, besides Sweet Home Alabama, is Kindergarten Cop.
Listen, let me tell you something. Kindergarten Cop is goddamn good.
My brother
rules.
My brother's named after Kindergarten Cop. Did you know that? Because the kid's name is Dominic in it, and that's my brother's first name.
I thought you were going to say like John. Your brother's name's John Kimball.
No, no,
Detective John Kimball.
Yeah, but of course, number 11 is not a tumor.
Oh God! And you know what? There's probably some actual one-liners in that fucking movie too, and I can't even think of them.
Yeah.
I wonder if any from Jingle All the Way are going to make it in here. I know he's got one-liners in that movie.
Put that cookie down!
That's not a one-liner, but
just a funny line.
I know that he's got some one-liners, at least in the Turbo Man, when he's Turbo Man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, he does say it's turbo time.
He does, yeah. But is that his one-liner? I mean, yeah, he's still playing the character.
I mean, he still delivers the line. I mean, when Turbo Man says it in the cartoon or whatever, and when his son says it in the movie, it's absolute trash. You're like, that's one of the worst fucking things ever. At the end of the movie, when Arnold's, it's turbo time or whatever. Yeah, it's fucking turbo time.
So ridiculous.
All right, what's the next one?
Number 10, so midway point of the list. You're Fired from True Lies. One of your favorites.
That movie's so good and underrated, in my opinion.
You're a fucking choir boy compared to me from End of Days, which is another one of my bucket list films that I have to watch.
Yeah, George has seen that one, and he's mentioned that quote to me before.
Because that's another one, because like you were saying with Maggie, Arnold Schwarzenegger against zombies sounds like a good idea on paper, just like End of Days where it's Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the fucking devil.
And the devil's a choir boy compared to him.
Yeah.
To me, and I haven't seen the movie, but it comes across to me like Arnold Schwarzenegger versus the devil, and the devil's like pulling some goddamn shenanigans, and Arnold Schwarzenegger's not really getting the upper hand or getting any hope spots or anything. You know what I mean? So to me, you're going about it all fucking wrong. When I go to an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, the only thing that I want to see is Arnold Schwarzenegger kicking ass.
Yeah.
So if you're going to put Arnold Schwarzenegger against the devil, I mean, you better fucking make it a goddamn good fight. Like, it better be fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger fucking beating the fuck out of him. And I mean, the devil's going to get some shots in. I mean, like, and I mean, the only time that fucking vulnerable Arnold ever made for a good movie was Predator.
Yeah.
And he still fucking kicked the Predator's ass at the end of the movie. So,
yeah.
Or blew him up or something. I don't even remember how he gets rid of that fucking thing.
From what I've heard, like, End of Days, like, most of it is just, like, a fucking, like, crime drama, like, trying to figure out what the fuck's going on, because it's, like, him and his, like, partner, like, trying to figure out why all these people are getting murdered or whatever. But then at the end, it's, like, him in a fucking church with a fucking CG devil. But, who knows?
Well, we're going to have to watch... Well, maybe, okay, so here's my proposition, and I don't know when we'll do it, but maybe one of these months.
We'll do a Schwarzenegger month?
We'll do a Schwarzenegger month. Every week, we're going to watch a Schwarzenegger movie that neither of us has seen. So far, we've got End of Days.
And Junior.
And we've got Junior. And I'm sure there's a couple of other ones. Like, have you seen Collateral Damage?
No.
All right, so neither have I. So that's 3. We need one more, and I'm sure it exists. And
we'll have to look it up, yeah. Well, we'll see if there's any more quotes, because we still got 8 more quotes, so we'll see if there's a good one that we haven't seen.
Right.
Total Recall, which we both have obviously seen. You think this is the real Quaid? It is. Incredible. I have not seen the remake of Total Recall. Have you seen the remake?
Is it even a remake, or is it a sequel?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, it's just called Total Recall. Like, it's not called Total Recall Resurgence or anything, which, like, leads me to believe it's
but
like...
I mean, you know, the Halloween 2018 is called just Halloween.
Yeah,
so.
Yeah. Also from Total Recall number 7, consider that a divorce.
That's a fucking one-liner.
Yeah.
That's after he fucking, he, like, takes out, like, his, like, fake wife or whatever.
Not his real wife, yeah.
Yeah.
Number 6. Again, with the quality of a one-liner, it is either it's either after something epic or foreshadowing something epic. And you can't get much more epic than this. From Predator. Dylan! You son of a bitch!
Yeah. That's not a one-liner.
But one of the best moments of cinematic history, for sure.
Oh, man. To be memed until the end of time.
Until the end of days.
Let me tell you something. Has there ever been masculinity more perfectly captured on film?
That's it,
the
right
most
there.
Masculine scene ever in fucking in movie history. I mean, like, is there any scene better to watch while you're grilling fucking ribeye steaks on your fucking goddamn grill, getting them just right with the fucking grill marks on them, and you're wearing the Kiss the Cook fucking apron, and you got a nice cold fucking Budweiser in your fucking hand. Yeah, that's what it's all about.
You're handing the steak to your buddy. You son of a bitch.
No, your buddy's just sitting there watching you flip the steaks.
Yeah.
Don't flip them too much there.
Yeah. Number 5, get to the chopper. Again, we don't know if that's technically a one-liner or not.
It's not a one-liner. They're in a dire situation. He's telling them to get to the fucking chopper.
Yeah.
And obviously they didn't get there quick enough because the predator kills them all.
Not quite quick enough, no. So we're getting to the real deep shit here with number 4. Rubber Baby Buggy Bumpers from Last Action Hero, which is one that I haven't seen.
I've seen Last Action Hero, so you're not going to sneak that one into the Schwarzenegger month.
I'm not saying we had to. I was just saying I hadn't seen it. All right, here we're getting to the good ones. Number 3, one of Arnold Schwarzenegger's greatest roles of all time. So much so that they had to put all of his quotes from Batman and Robin into number 3. So it just says every single ice-related pun for number 3.
There you go. Does it have all the examples in there?
It says to mention a few. It doesn't list all of them, but the Iceman cometh. Allow me to break the ice.
Let me tell you something. Allow me to break the ice is one of the greatest of all time. I'm going to say that right there. That one's so good. All right, go ahead.
There's a ice to see you.
Oh, no. Oh, what the fuck?
Everybody chill.
Okay,
Stay cool, bird boy. And you're not sending me to the cooler. I'm afraid that my condition has left me cold to your pleas. And then, what killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
Oh my god. And you know what though? Those are all fucking one-liners.
Yeah, because they're put
You could have
in
filled
context.
the whole list up with those as opposed to stuff that weren't even one-liners.
Yeah.
Number
2, surprisingly, is Hasta La Vista Baby, which is making me question what is number 1 if it's not I'll Be Back.
Hasta La Vista Baby is number 1. There's nothing in that one spot that can take that over. And if I get stood corrected here...
See, I can't even think of what it would be.
Watch us feel really stupid.
I don't feel so stupid after seeing the image. I haven't gotten to the quote yet, but it's hit. Oh, go ahead. If you can think of the film.
Oh,
it's one that has not been mentioned.
I was going to say that they were going to pull the swerve, the cheap one,
and just do it anyway,
and just put I'll Be Back as number 1 and be like, we can't do anything else.
It's from a film we haven't mentioned before. Would you care?
By the way, I will say this: I'll Be Back became a one-liner in the subsequent Terminator films. In the first one, it's not. It's just I'll Be Back. But in 2, and basically everyone that he says it in.
Yeah.
I don't even know if he says it in 3. I think he just says I'm back.
I can't remember.
Which is definitely a one-liner because it's whatever. I don't know.
From Conan the Barbarian. To crush your enemies, see them driven before you, and hear the lamentation of their women. That's not a one-liner.
It's not a one-liner.
It's just him.
Who did this list?
It's called 80skids.com.
I was thinking it was going to be like Screen Rant.
No.
Secondly, not only is that not a one-liner, it's not, and Aubrey will probably disagree with me, okay, because that's like her favorite fucking thing of all time. I'm pretty sure she even ranked Conan as like her number 1 Arnold movie at one point. It's not. But
because that's when he's like giving a speech, right? That's like after he like puts the crown on and he's like saying all this shit. Like it's not a one-liner.
No,
it's just part of a speech.
It's a hard line. It's a hard line for sure. And it would be in a top 20 hardest Arnold lines. It still wouldn't be number 1.
But that's not what this list is. This list is the top 20 one-liners.
And that's not a one-liner. For one, it's got several lines. It's like multiple sentences.
Yes. It is, in fact, a monologue. It can be classified as that.
So that's just really bad. And secondly, It's not better than Hasta La Vista, baby. It's no
No.
Hasta La Vista, baby.
Yeah. I don't know, man. So, those are the 20 best Arnold one-liners that aren't I'll be back. Have I ever told you my friend's Arnold Schwarzenegger story?
No.
I'm sure I have. So, I obviously have some friends that like work on films and whatnot, and I had a friend who
Oh,
was
you fucking fancy dog.
yeah, he was a PA on a film that Arnold
Whatever
was.
happened? Whatever happened to your one friend?
What one friend?
You know who I'm talking about.
I really don't. What's going on?
Your one friend that brought us many views.
Oh, Ross?
Ross
Ross Lynch.
Lynch.
The GOAT, man.
Where's he at? When are we getting this interview?
I don't know. I mean, Sabrina season 3 is going up on Netflix, so I don't know. He might be unattainable. We'll see. I don't know.
I mean, it's great promotion for the show.
Yeah, coming from us.
Just saying.
But yeah, one of my friends was a PA.
Great promotion for our show.
Yeah, of course. Oh yeah. He was on a film Arnold was shooting in Columbus around the time Maggie came out. I can't remember what the name of the fucking film was. I'll have to figure it out. But I guess Arnold, he wanted ice cream one day, and he literally just wandered the streets of Columbus and got lost for 3 hours. And they had to like delay like the day like half a shooting. Because they couldn't fucking find him.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna like give me like a bad story about.
Oh no,
like,
no, it's
never
not.
don't meet your idols or whatever like that. Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was like a total dick to this
No.
friend of yours or something. No, he just wanted some goddamn ice cream, and instead of being a dick to your friend and rightfully sending him to get him some goddamn ice cream, Arnold Schwarzenegger, being the man that he is, took it upon himself to go on the streets, wander the streets of Columbus, and seek out some ice cream for himself.
Yeah. It was Aftermath is the name of the film from 2017.
I have that on Blu-ray, but I have not watched it.
It's got a 5.6 on IMDb, 44 Metascore. So
Maybe that'll be the fourth.
it could be. I don't know. I'm sure we can find one that's more in the upper epsilon of Arnold films that we haven't seen. But
You mean classic, like
yeah,
older.
the classics.
Have you seen Hercules in New York?
No.
Well, there you go. His first movie ever. So that'll have to be one of them.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be an interesting month for sure. I haven't seen Red Sonja either.
I haven't either.
That one's like with samurais and shit, right?
I thought it was kind of just like another like medieval like.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, samurai are considered medieval, but
right.
you know what I mean? Like kind of like European medieval, kind of Conan the Barbarian kind of deal.
Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, those are the Arnold quotes.
What month should we do Arnold month? Is there a month that kind of we can make like a good like pun like out of the name, like Schwarzenegger September or something stupid like that? Or
But then we'd have to wait almost a whole year to do it.
well, we're not doing that, I know, but is there like a month that sounds like Arnold? Arnold-tober?
I mean, Arnold April.
Arnold April.
Arnold Schwarzen January.
Oh, God. Oh, that's not good.
I don't know. No star reviews, let us know in the comments what we should do.
Arnold Schwarzen January.
I don't know. We'll have to figure something out. What? This isn't an Arnold film, but it's a Sylvester Stallone film. What? Because they had the big rivalry in the '80s, right? What is it like? My mama has a gun. No, don't run, or my mom will shoot, or some film or whatever. The one that like,
It was like freeze or my mom will shoot or something
yeah,
like that.
the one where it was an awful script. So Arnold said, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this." So then Stallone was campaigning for him to get the role, and then Arnold was like, "No, this movie's trash. I didn't want it anyway." So then Stallone had to be in it. Did you know about that?
No.
He Schwarzenegger tricked Stallone into being in that shitty movie because Arnold pretended like he was gonna do it.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I thought that they were friends.
they're friends now, but in the '80s, no.
I figured they were still friends back then.
Maybe friendly competition, but
You know something? It's a fucking it's a goddamn shame. It's really, really sucks that those two couldn't get into a movie
together
during their prime.
I know, right?
Like, that sucks. Even though, if you think about it, if you really think about it, Sylvester Stallone's not really that good of an action star.
Yeah, not really.
Like, what's his best action movie?
I don't know.
Over the Top? Like,
Could be, yeah.
I mean, is that even an action movie? I mean, the Rocky movies are kind of action, but they're also heavy drama.
Yeah.
I'd say this. Stallone's best action movie is Rocky 4.
There you go.
That? Rocky 4.
Because even then, like, First Blood is, like, half drama, but, I mean, it has, like, the...
Oh, you're right. For some reason, I wasn't even thinking about it. Stallone's best fucking action movie is Rambo 2, Rambo First Blood Part 2.
Yeah. Because the first one isn't that action-y until the end. It's more, like, stealth-like. It's the second one where it's crazy.
No, yeah, the second one, straight action. To me, Rambo First Blood Part 2 is the iconic Rambo movie.
Yeah.
Like, First Blood, it's got the...
It's got the speech at the end is what it's known for.
Speech, but, like, Rambo First Blood Part 2 is the one that's always parodied and imitated and whatever, and it's got, it's got the scene where he comes out, like, he's covered in, like, the mud, and he comes out of the mud and everything. Yeah. That movie is great. Rambo 3 sucks, though. Rambo 3 is terrible.
I've never seen Rambo 3.
I think Stallone's best action movies came after his prime. Like, on average. Not... his best action movies are obviously, like I just said, Rambo First Blood Part 2 and Rocky 4. Those are the best Stallone action movies.
Yeah.
From his prime and overall. Now let's take a look at Arnold's resume from his prime. You've got Terminator.
Mm-hmm. You got Commando. 85.
You've got Predator.
Uh-huh.
You've got Terminator 2. I mean, right there is 4.
Yeah.
But I mean, Total Recall.
Right. Heavy on the sci-fi as well, but still very actiony.
So is Terminator 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Running Man is also heavy on sci-fi, but is an action movie. And now, I wouldn't consider that among his elite, but it's still entertaining and good. That's the thing, is Stallone did some more action movies in the 80s, but nobody ever talks about them because they're not that entertaining and good. Like Cobra.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now. Cobra, Rhinestone, which looks like a comedy. Yeah, that's not an action movie. Over the Top, of course. Lock Up. Tango and Cash.
Okay.
Which is good.
What year is that from?
89.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Then Stop or My Mom Will Shoot from '92. That's what it was. Cliffhanger.
Judge Dredd.
Yeah, that was in the late '90s or mid '90s. Demolition Man. Then Judge Dredd was in '95. And then there's just a bunch of shit that I've never seen.
I've never seen Demolition Man.
Yeah, I've never seen that either.
There's probably a lot of Stallone movies that we haven't seen.
I've definitely seen way less Stallone movies than I have Arnold movies.
Right, because you've seen Rambo movies and you've seen the Rocky movies.
Right, yeah, the ones that matter.
Right, but here's the thing, actually. I've heard that Demolition Man is good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also got Wesley Snipes. I heard that Wesley Snipes plays like a very strong role in that movie.
Huh.
So maybe me and you, what we should do is we'll have our fucking Arnold month. And then after that, we'll have our Stallone month. We'll watch some of our lesser beloved Stallone movies that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah.
Maybe some like cult classics like Demolition Man and whatever. And then at the end of it all, we'll
figure it out.
Like who's bottom of the barrel catalog in their primes. We might, I mean, with Arnold, we might, or Stallone, we might even have to go into like future movies. But I think we've already determined a lot of older Arnold movies that.
Well, because here's the thing with the Arnold movies: if we're gonna be watching, the ones that we're watching of Stallone should be comparable to the ones we're watching with Arnold. So, like, if we're gonna be watching Junior, we need to watch a shitty Stallone comedy. And, like, if we're watching End of Days, we need to watch one that's
right,
from, like...
so we're going to watch Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Yeah, we have to.
Watch Junior.
Yeah.
So we'll watch that, and then we'll watch, whatever. And then, for... So, Hercules in New York, and then we can watch Stallone's first movie.
The Italian Stallion.
No, but...
whatever his real first one was.
Yeah, or whatever. It's probably like that soccer movie or something.
Was that Arnold's first movie, or was it technically Pumping Iron? Which one was first?
I think Hercules in New York came first. We'll look up.
Because I've actually seen most of Pumping Iron, the parts that he's actually in.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay, so let's see here. I hope that these are going to be in order, and they're not.
If you go on IMDb, they're in order. I'll just scroll down to the bottom of Arnold's. Hercules in New York was from 1970, so yeah. Pumping Iron wasn't until 77, so almost a decade later. It was like 7 years later. So
yeah. Yeah, it was Pumping Iron was kind of like what got him like a lot of mainstream attention.
Yeah.
But there was Jesus Christ, finding his filmography on Wikipedia is very
yeah.
tough. I mean, the guy's done it all. He's got some crazy stuff. First role is... what's funny, too, is that his lines were dubbed in Hercules in New York.
Oh, really?
I'm not sure if there is a version out there where they didn't do the dub.
Huh. I didn't realize it was that before he knew English?
No, it's just that his accent was so thick.
Oh.
Which, I mean, it was probably just the normal accent, and they,
He wasn't even credited as Arnold Schwarzenegger yet, right? He was like Arnold Strong or something for the first few years.
Yeah, credit is Arnold Strong, Mr. Universe.
Jesus Christ. Oh god, it has a 3.3.
He was a deaf mute mob hitman in The Long Goodbye. Stay Hungry, which I have. That's the movie. Stay Hungry has the insane scene where he like freaks out and shakes that like small girl.
I don't know if I've seen that. The
It's
clip.
like this lady, she's like interviewing him about being a bodybuilder, and he's all excited and everything. And then she says something like kind of like offensive, and or no, she laughs at him like he does some poses for her, and she laughs, and he like gets embarrassed, and then he like fucking has like a complete goddamn meltdown, and he like throws her or goddamn like shakes her or something. Like, oh man, it's amazing. I'm pretty sure I have Stay Hungry on VHS, but I think it's only like pretty much famous for like that one like melt.
yeah. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, what are your guys' favorite Arnold movies? Let us know down in the comments below. Let us know what shitty Stallone movies we should be watching as well. And yeah, I mean, should be a fun few months whenever we decide to do it. I'm thinking January would be good. I mean, start off the new year on a uplifting note. But I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll set it now. Let's just do it. January, because December, we'll probably have some Christmas themed episodes and all that, so we can't do it then. So January is Arnold month, and February is Stallone month.
Are there the same number of weeks? Because I know February is short. 2021. So there's only 4 Saturdays in February. So Stallone month may need to bleed into the first week of March, which is fine. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, well, nobody cares.
It happens. But yeah, that's about it for this week, you guys. Again, make sure you guys subscribe to the show. Help Dynamite Jared get 69 subscribers. I'm on the quest for 1,000. I've only got about 70-something more to go. So if you're still listening to this at this point and you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and do that. Yeah, I got nothing else to say. We will see you guys next week in another episode of the show. And this is Buddy the Bruiser signing off.
And I'm Dynamite Jared, and I'll catch you down the road.